I mean, obviously, guys playing hard and doing a good job. Bernie's been better here this last couple of games. The guys didn't give up much through two periods. There wasn't a lot of room out there. I thought we got a little off kilter, kind of like we did in Detroit the other night when they scored for a while, and then I thought we settled down, obviously, after the goal. Penalty kill's been good. Bringing Hyman here and Smith and has helped our penalty kill for sure. So that's been a positive thing for us. And then, we had lots of good players. Marty Morenza was real good again tonight. So we're getting good minutes out of those big 3D.
Is there a noticeable difference in your eyes to Bernier, maybe the way he carries himself now to beginning of the season? Or?
No, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, initially at the start of the year, he played okay, and we didn't score. And then he got, the wheels came off, and it's been hard work for him to get him back, and good for him. I mean, that just goes to show you every day is important, and you just dig in and you make that day important. You can change things for yourself.
Ben Smith said that might have been his worst game to Maple Leaf, and yet he ends up with the winning goal and an assist. How did you see it?
Well, I just think Smitty's a pretty dependable guy, and he might be right, but he's an honest player, and he's a guy you trust because he does it right each and every night. He's a work guy, he's a common sense guy, he's got good hockey sense, he tries hard. I think he's been excellent for us.
What worked in those 40 minutes to keep them to so few shots, do you think?
Well, I don't know what part's them and what part's us, right? So I just thought we tried to play real tight and be above people and make it hard on people and spend some time in the offensive zone and break out clean. And I thought we did that, for 50 out of 60 minutes tonight.
Connor Cherrick was saying that he's been an offensive defenseman for most of his life, growing up, whatever. What do you expect of him in terms of what he does on the ice? Do you want him to be an offensive defenseman?
Well, I want him to be able to earn some minutes and get on the ice. So the way you do that first is make sure it doesn't go in your net. And then if you got some offensive flair, that's going to show when you're standing on the offensive blue line. Tonight was the first time we saw, shot in the net. He's got a good shot. We haven't seen that in the game, though. So you got to get comfortable and good enough that your skill set comes out in the game. But if you look at Marty was here a long time. He didn't even know Marty could skate good. And suddenly Marty skates real good and is a good penalty killer and a good defender. It's called confidence.
The changes to the roster in the last couple of weeks, has this felt like a little bit like starting over with this group or gelling as a group in a different way?
Yeah, I mean, you're not starting over because you got guys in your team that know what you expect. So that's a positive thing. But the guys we've brought in are really good people. And so the kids were playing, the minors are playing the same way. I mean, Sheldon's here again tonight. They understand what's expected. And then the guys we've brought in, like I said to you, they're good men, and that was important in acquiring them because obviously when you have so many kids, you need good people. So, and they're competitive guys. Now, you can evaluate their skill set on your own, but they're competitive guys who play hard.
Coach, another young player gets his first goal as a Maple Leaf. What can you say about the way the young guys have gelled into the roster in the last 8 games?
Well, one of the things you got to be real careful of is you go through the history of the league, and there's always teams at the end of the year when their games, when they're out, get on a roll and you think you got your roster set for next year. No one's, you got to play well, but the good teams play competitive games and they play them all year long and they win when it matters. So that's what we're trying to become.
Does that make it more difficult to evaluate the young players at this point of the year versus earlier in the season?
No, I mean, we played Detroit the other night. We played Tampa tonight. You get to put them in there and you see, it's called the test of time. Everybody has a good little